Chapter 6. Measures had to be taken to save the baby because of the bleeding. The news hit Avery like a ton of bricks. She was in a panicked frenzy. "Doctor, what if I don't want to keep the baby?" She was about to be divorced from Elliot, so now was not the time for her to be pregnant with his child. The doctor looked thoughtfully at Avery, then said, "Why don't you want it? Do you have any idea how many people can't have babies even if they wanted to?" Avery lowered her gaze as she fell silent. "Why didn't your husband come with you?" asked the doctor. "Even if you don't want the baby, you should discuss it with him first." Avery's brows furrowed. Seeing her reaction, the doctor picked up her medical records. The doctor looked at Avery and said, "You're only 21? You're not married then?" I might as well not be," Avery said. They were about to get a divorce anyway. Surgical abortion isn't a simple procedure. Even if you want to go through with it, I can't fit you in today. Go home and really think about it. Whatever your relationship with your boyfriend is, the child is innocent. The doctor passed Avery's medical records to her, then said, "Now that you're showing signs of bleeding, if we don't do something about it, it's hard to say if we'll be able to keep the baby anyway." Avery's heart dropped. "What do we have to do to save it?" she asked. "Didn't you want an abortion? Have you changed your mind?" said the doctor. "You're a pretty girl, so your child is bound to be a beautiful baby. If you want to keep the baby, I'll prescribe some medication for you. You'll need bed rest for a week, then come for a follow-up after that." The blazing sun made it difficult for Avery to keep her eyes open as she walked out of the hospital. Her back was drenched in a cold sweat, and her legs felt heavy. She felt lost. She did not know where to go, nor did she know who to talk to. The only thing she was certain about was that Elliot could not find out about this. Otherwise, he would make his bodyguards drag her to the operating table. She had not made up her mind about keeping the baby. Her mind was a mess, and she wanted to make a decision after she calmed down. She hailed a cab and made her way to her Uncle Ron's house. Since her parents' divorce, Avery's mother, Laura Jensen, had moved into her brother's home. Ron Jensen's family was not as wealthy as the Tates, but they were still considered well off. "Avery, did you come alone?" said Ron's wife, Miranda Jensen. Her expression instantly turned cold when she noticed Avery had arrived empty-handed. "I heard that you brought a whole bunch of high-end gifts the last time you visited your father's home. I suppose etiquette isn't important when it's not your own home that you're visiting." Miranda had planned to properly entertain Avery when she had arrived, but seeing her guests show up empty-handed made her turn frosty. Avery was taken aback.